been vulnerable, and I think if there's a pair and one of the pairs in China that they can beat, Fuchs and SCHOETTLER, that maybe these guys are one of them. But it'll be interesting to see if they can challenge them in the first three in particular. It'll be really important that they can get on top early on from there. If they let them attack too much, it's just going to be too difficult, even in a hall that's a bit slower.
Just to put it in context, the Chinese team ranked 5 in mixed doubles. Germany ranked 23. So again, there's a big difference in the rankings.
Okay,
SCHOETTLER, the tallest of the German players, I think, in their squad from memory.
Time?
Yeah.
So is. This is. This side? Okay. Time?
That's the first game we've actually seen when the toss has been won, a team opting to go a certain side of the net, and I think that's because Michael Fuchs knows that there is that drift that you keep talking about, Ollie.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting decision. I mean, the drift the little bit of drift that we have seen so far has been sideways, but so it shouldn't really matter which end you're at. But obviously he's taken it from the first mixed doubles that he prefers to be down the far end. So to start with the far end as we look at it.
Just a little bit of a warm up now. SCHOETTLER, a very tall man. Ranking 23. They've got a win-loss ratio 29 wins to 26 losses. Not won yet in 2015. That was a game where they actually had to retire at the All England Open, I think it was. Chinese team ranked 5 in the world, 10-4 win-loss ratio in 2015.
Yeah, it's been interesting with, I guess, Chinese men's doubles in particular over the last couple of years, trying to find a pair that were as dominant and as good as Kai and Fu in the previous 5-10 years before that. It's all relative, of course. They're all still fantastic players, but they haven't really been able to have that dominance that Kai and Fu did have during their time as number 1 in the world, and particularly around Beijing Olympics when they won the gold there, and London Olympics.
Of course, the other problem is there becomes an expectation, doesn't there? And also always comparisons between the two.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen them try a number of different pairs to see what they can produce, but I guess that's a bit of a signature about the world men's doubles at the moment. It's all really competitive.
Must be difficult for you sitting up here watching. I'm sure you'd much rather be down there wearing the colours of New Zealand and competing in this tournament.
Yeah, it would be nice. It's certainly a different perspective sitting up here. It's not a bad view though. I'll add to that. But now, it's like you say, it's always an honour and a privilege to represent your country, and every chance you get to do it is fantastic, and one you'll always treasure.
And what does this tournament mean? Obviously a lot of focus on the top ranked sides, but to a team like New Zealand, it's still again a massive tournament to be a part of.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's in some ways, yes, like I guess in previous formats where you're able to move up and move down and you really had something to play for, whereas now where they have it, it's just on your world ranking, and when you're in the box, and the best you can get is 17th, for example. So in that sense, it's a little bit more of a participation event, which it's a bit hard to come into a tournament. I mean, obviously when you're ranked outside the top 10, the top 40, 50, you're not going to compete with the likes of China. But
Eddie Ruffianto is the umpire. Marcel Schmidt, the judge, service judge. One apiece.
So the server, 1-all.
Start from Germany.
yeah, I think look for a lot of that from Fuchs and SCHOETTLER, just a steep attack that's not necessarily 100% power, but just good angles.
And are you expecting those to be diagonal cross-court shots as well?
Once in a while for a bit of variety, but mainly they'll keep it down pretty straight, so they can try and ask the Chinese to flatten it out and then get the front man involved so he can put some more pressure on.
So it's solo, 3-2.
Fuchs hitting the net, apologises to his partner. Knows he should have done a little bit better with that one. Super return from SCHOETTLER for a big man, but China still come away with the point.
Yeah, that one there, terrific cross-court defense. So hard to do when it's that low and that steep.
Play.
Service fault against China.
Just deemed too high as a contact point.
checking with the umpire there was Biao.
Service over. 5-4.
Just before the serve, we saw the signal behind the back from Wei Hong. Was that he changed the mind or the serve that he was going to do?
No, I think he's just letting his partner know that where he's going to serve to, and then from there you can expect certain returns to come in certain corners. There's some obvious another fault called being too high. But yeah, when you serve to different places, you can cut out corners or certain. Everybody has their individual patterns, obviously, but when you do serve in certain places, certain corners are more likely to be played to.
The crowd liked that one. I think so too did Wei Hong.
Yeah, he can certainly hammer it from the back line.
Got some height too.
So it's over. 6-7.
Still very close. 7-6 in favour of China.
So it's over. 8-6.
Slightly overhit there by
So it's over. 7-8.
Biao.
Yes. 8-all. So it's over.
Shit, they're really going for finite margins.
Great third shot there from Wei Hong. So early, just able to place it into the open court. That
Wei Hong, a huge man, 6'4", 192 centimeters.
Play.
Germany
So it's over.
peg back a point to stay
9,
just
10.
one behind China. Brilliant shot from Wei Hong, great anticipation at the net.
9-1.
Yeah, again, Fuchs just trying to keep the shuttle flat so he can maybe hold on to a 50-50 rally situation, but Wei Hong's far too quick for that. But again, it's similar to the mixed doubles almost. It's been a bit of a scrappy encounter early on. There's been some short rallies and intermediate mistakes from both sides, but I think the Germans have shown enough to be able to create opportunities to attack, and if they can continue to do that, then they're in with a good chance. But you see some great slow-mo shots of the power of the Chinese boys. But
well, a leap from Wei Hong. We are in the basketball centre here, and that wouldn't be a miss. Can Germany win their first game? There's a little bit of confusion as to who's receiving the serve.
11-9, play.
First time China going to a 3-point lead.